Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone is doing well. I want to thank Nellie very much for sending me the link to this article. Looks like we have kind of good news coming out of Wisconsin. So if anybody, has anything that they can share with the state attorney that in Wisconsin, this would be good. This is from the Wisconsin State Journal. Sweeping inquiry will target clergy sexual abuse in Wisconsin regardless of when it occurred. Like I said, this is good news for abuse survivors. Attorney General Josh Kaul on Tuesday announced the State Department of Justice plans to conduct a sweeping inquiry into clergy and faith leader abuse in Wisconsin. You all know what that means. Watchtower is going to be hauled right in with the Catholic Church. Through the initiative, the Justice Department is planning to conduct an independent and thorough review of sexual abuse committed by clergy and faith leaders in Wisconsin, regardless of when the abuse occurred. I'll put the link down below to this article. The investigation will provide a confidential means for victims to report sexual abuse by clergy or other faith leaders, people who have witnessed or know about such incidents of abuse, and for people to report what they know about the response to or concealment of abuse by clergy and faith leaders. You know what all of us are going to be doing? The DOJ will also ask for religious institutions to cooperate with its investigation by willingly handing over documents, but the DOJ declined to say how it would go about obtaining documents without the permission of churches or clergy. Well, we know trying to get these documents and policies and elders' manuals from Watchtower is just like pulling teeth. You just can't do it. We're not going to get into the details of the investigation and how we're going to conduct it. DOJ spokesperson Gillian Drummond said in an email, "The effort is aimed at clergy abuse in the Catholic Church, but Kaul said the Justice Department welcomes any information about abuse that has occurred among other religious institutions as well. The people of Wisconsin, and especially victims, deserve an independent review of clergy and faith leader abuse," Kaul said in a statement. "With this initiative, we are seeking to ensure that survivors of clergy and faith leader abuse have access to needed victim services to help prevent future cases of sexual assault and to get accountability to the extent possible." During the review, which does not have a definite endpoint, the DOJ will gather information online directly from victims and their families, friends, and advocates. Those with information can submit it through supportsurvivors.widoj.gov or calling 877-222-2620. Kaul said he wants the DOJ to focus the initial inquiry on the Catholic Church because of some information already made public, such as 160 cases of clergy abuse reported in Wisconsin. That's just Wisconsin. Statute of limitations. It's not immediately clear what the results of the inquiry may be, especially because of Wisconsin's statute of limitations. Under Wisconsin law, there is no statute of limitations for first-degree sexual assault of a child. For second-degree sexual assault of a child and sexual exploitation of a child, the prosecution must start before the victim reaches the age of 45. Milwaukee County District Attorney John Chisholm, who previously called for a state investigation into the Catholic Church's response to allegations of sexual abuse of minors, told the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel in 2019 that criminal prosecutions in most cases would be highly unlikely because victims or perpetrators may have died or the statute of limitations may have run out. But he said the effort would still be worthwhile in order to provide an accounting of what happened. During a news conference Tuesday, Kaul said he hopes the effort will help provide transparency and accountability. If a prosecution can be made, Kaul said the DOJ, depending on the evidence, Statute of limitations and other factors may refer cases to local district attorneys for further investigation and prosecution. We realize that many of the cases will be talking about what will be outside the statute of limitations, but we believe that we can play a critical role in connecting victims to services and in helping them get a measure of accountability, even if the statute of limitations is passed, Call said. Historical cases. In a statement, Archdiocese of Milwaukee spokesman Jerry Topazutsky, said church officials met with Call on Monday, and the church understands the inquiry to be a review of historical cases. Topazutsky said the church takes the issue of sexual abuse of minors seriously and has put in place a variety of prevention, education, and accountability efforts over the past 20 years. Well, they're going to get awakening, the DOJ is going to get an awakening of how Jehovah's Witnesses, the Watchtower, has been hiding this. He said the Archdiocese will look at the specific details of Call's request when it is received, but that it has concerns about the negative impact the inquiry could have on abuse survivors because of the publicity may have the potential to re-victimize individuals. Well, just by the churches trying to keep this quiet, they're re-victimizing the survivors. There is no evidence that the church as a whole and the Archdiocese of Milwaukee hasn't already taken all possible steps in addressing issues surrounding clergy sexual abuse, Topazutsky, said in a statement. We also do not understand the legal basis for the inquiry. We also question why only the Catholic Church is being singled out for this type of review when sexual abuse is a societal issue. And I do have to agree with the Catholic Church spokesperson here, because how many of the state attorneys and legal system know that Jehovah's Witnesses has just as bad a problem, if not worse? At least the Catholic Church is admitting, they have a problem. But yeah, don't pick on the Catholic Church. Let's go after all the other religions too. And that's why those of us who have information need to contact, this number and email that I mentioned earlier and let them know. Topazutsky emphasized the church handling of sexual abuse of minors since the issue came to light 2 decades ago, such as oversight, background checks, training, safe environment, education, and prevention, and outreach to abuse survivors. The Archdiocese of Milwaukee has listed 48 clergy, most of whom are deceased, who have been credibly accused of sexual abuse of minors. 48. That's a lot just in this one diocese? Good Lord. Diocese of Madison. A spokesman for the Diocese of Madison highlighted its efforts to address sexual abuse of minors, such as performing 33,000 background checks, training 13,000 young people on maintaining a safe environment, bishops meeting with numerous victims, creating a review board to review policies and cases, cooperating with annual compliance audits, and publishing those priests credibly accused of sexual abuse by a minor. The Diocese of Madison has publicly listed 9 clergy who were credibly accused of abusing a minor. 9. Call's investigation into clergy abuse comes as he is soon expecting to announce a bid for re-election. Well, let's hope that's going to put a fire under him, that he's going to have to get this done if he wants to be re-elected. 2 Republicans, Fond du Lac County District Attorney Eric Toney and UW-Madison Professor Ryan Owens, have already announced they're running for the seat. Well, I don't care who gets in, I don't care what party they're in, as long as they go after these churches for the abuse problem. We must always seek justice for survivors of sexual assault and ensure their voices are heard, regardless of who the perpetrator is or when the crime was committed, Toney said in a statement. A spokesman for Owens didn't immediately respond to a request seeking comment. Looks like that's the last of the article, because now there's a bunch of Sudoku puzzles and crosswords. So like I said, thank you, Nellie. I am going to put the link down below to this again. And like I said, you can scroll down and it's in the article, but it's supportsurvivors.widoj.gov, that's G-O-V, or by calling 877-222-2620. So thank you everyone for your comments. I've been looking at comments under the past couple of videos. And as soon as I hear what is going on in the trial in Illinois tomorrow, I will, probably do a quick video and let everyone know. But thank you for your cards, everyone. We really appreciate it. And, your thoughts and prayers and gifts, we appreciate it. So you all have a wonderful day. Bye.